Spring break may have come and gone, which means summer break is right around the corner. Curious how to keep your kids active during the summer months when they're out of school? Well, the YMCA, they've got you covered. Joining me today is Marilyn Geislink, Northwest Y Center Executive Director. Marilyn, how are you today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm excited to talk with you because I don't even know if this segment's going to be long enough because the Y has so many things going on this summer. First, break it down. Where can parents find out all of the information and just kind of an overview of all the things that you do have?
Everything is going to be on our website, which is tampaymca.org/bestsummerever. So anything we talk about today, you can find out there.
Well, best summer ever. What does that entail? That's a pretty high statement.
It is a high statement, but it's the commitment that we're making to every kid that comes to camp with us. We want them to leave having the best summer ever, and we're very genuine and serious about that.
And one of the things that I'm kind of learning about before we started the segment are these options that you can add. Explain this. Explain if your child's already planning on being in the Y, how they can get some specialized treatment based on their interests.
Yeah, we want kids to have the best summer ever, and we want to really engage them in their specific interests. And so we have specialty options, like if they're really interested in art, we have art camp options, science, theater. We're going to have tons of different options. So if your kid has an interest that you want to make sure is nurtured over the summer, we're going to have some options for you.
And speaking of nurturing our kids, swimming lessons.
Yes.
That's a big way that in case a kid doesn't receive it early, you've got them covered. You're nurturing them that way.
We want every kid that comes to summer camp at the Y to learn to swim. And we have our Go for Green program, which is any kid who is unable to pass our swim test. Technically, they would get a red band, and they would be in swim lessons during their swim time with the goal of having them in a green band by the end of the summer.
I'll say that's a good goal for any kid to have. And I know that we're obviously focused a lot on kids, but you don't have a certain age limit. In fact, there's even some love for some teens out there.
We do. Our facilities have teen camps, and you know, they're often a little overlooked, our teenagers, in many ways in our communities. But we know these teens need a place that they can belong, that they build healthy relationships, that they learn about themselves and what makes them unique and what's going to be able to satisfy them in the future. And we have teen camps with the goal of doing all of that.
And I'm glad you brought up the relationship thing, but along with the relationships, there's also the academic component that I know a lot of parents worry about going into summer. Will my kid fall behind, and how can we prevent that?
Right, and so we want to close what's called the achievement gap, where they're out of school for 10 weeks in Hillsborough County. We want them to continue learning, and we're committed to doing that in a really fun way. Like our sports camps might learn how to make baseball cards for their players, where they're learning how to calculate their batting averages and things like that. So they're still learning throughout the summer, but in a really fun and interesting way.
And I think one of the things, too, to talk about when the kids do go to camp, meals are provided. I mean, they really are taken care of.
They really are taken care of. Everybody who's there cares about them, wants them to have a successful summer. We have breakfast, we have lunch. We want them to learn to swim. We want them to have the best summer ever.
And, you know, we were talking a little bit about the specialty aspect of the camps. What are some of those specialties that you're really diving into this year that may be more unique than people would think about when they think of summer camp?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to have art camp where they are learning about different artists, and they're able to create their own pieces of art that the parents can come and view at the end of the week. We're going to have theater camp where they're actually putting on a production. Science camp, we know kids love science experiments and science projects and the math STEM kind of stuff. We're going to have all of that. Dance, cheer, all kinds of really exciting things.
You've got it all. Now, is it too early? I mean, I'm still thinking summer. I kind of think June.
Right.
Are we too early to start thinking of this yet?
No, we're definitely not too early. We have an early summer this year too. Hillsborough County changed the calendar, so they start summer May 30th with us, and so it is definitely time to register. We will see our camps fill up at our facilities, and we want your kid to be able to have the camp option that's right for them.
Well, I think again we need to touch on that website just because that was a lot of information we threw at you with a lot of options for your kids.
tampaymca.org/bestsummerever.
Best summer ever. There you go. There's where you can sign up your kids. The website on your screen and phone number. Best summer ever. I like that. Thank you again for your time, Marilyn.
Thank you.
And now we're going to go ahead and send it over to Carly.